What's good, YouTube? It is Viral and I am back with another video. Now today's video I am going to talk some more about NBA 2K23. But before I do, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new, turn on those post notifications, and hit the like button if you like the video already. So therefore, every time I upload, it's going to be more entertaining. So therefore, I think just hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn on those post notifications so you will never miss an upload anytime I drop. Now, excuse the background noise because there is an AC going on right now, but I'm trying to speak as much as I can, as loud as I can, just so you won't hear the noise. But anyway, now in my last video, I explained everything we somehow know about for now about NBA 2K23 coming soon later on this year, but it was just a quick prediction of how the game is going to go. I didn't fully explain all of the details thus far because we haven't gotten any information whatsoever as of yet, so possibly, like I said before, throughout the summer, maybe around late June and July, whatnot, they might give us some information throughout the coming months. But for now, we don't know what's going to happen, but we can assume this might be in the game or that might be in the game. There's going to be some new features, all that stuff. But what I'm here to talk about is what 2K23 should look like, and obviously how I think it should look like. And for the record, it should look exactly like this clip you're watching right now. Now you see this Pigulate court, right? Now this court was introduced in NBA Live, believe it or not, even though NBA Live is irrelevant. But just an example, this is a PC mod from this year's 2K. If they make better courts for park like this, it don't have to be exactly like this park right here, but just a minor example of how 2K23 should have better parks. These devs ought to use this court, this modded court right here, as an example while making the game, just so 2K23 can have better parks. Because when you think about it, ever since 2K21 introduced us with the new beach parks, I personally thought at first that it looks like a nice addition. This park could be a good addition, but does it really live up towards the hype? Does it really play like it belongs to this game as a great addition? It looks appealing, but does it play like it's appealing? Now, when current gen first came out at September of at least 2.5 years ago, back in September, basically 2K21, it looked cool. I mean, it plays decent, I guess, even though the game plays exactly the same because it's 2K. But in the coming months afterwards, heading on towards the next year, 2K21 started to get boring, and so is the park themselves. Like every 2K at this specific point, whenever the game comes out, the park is going to get filled, okay? The park is going to get crowded regardless. But after the game launches, and like after all of these patch updates and bug fixes and the park changes, I am starting to feel like, okay, if the game is going to become trash, so is the park. The park might be dead, because nowadays the park will be dead, it will be boring, the park will be super dusty, the park will be dry. It's like every single year it's going to be a continuous rotation. Every time when 2K drops a new game with a new park, it looks nice, but it really don't play like it. It's just like, what's the point of having this the whole time if it looks nice but it's not going to play like it? And I just can't stress this long enough. So I'm hoping that 2K23 has some nice looking parks, to say the least, or whenever there's a new event for next year, to actually have better parks, because this year they do look good. You know, the events in this game, to be specific, like the Power Up event that just happened recently, they have a good looking park. I think the other event, I think it takes place in like the aquarium or something like that. That event park looks nice as well. And so is the Vacation Days outside park. I forgot what it looks like, but you get the idea. 2K22 has some nice looking parks, but the gameplay is just bare bones to this day. And of course, I'm sick of talking about it, but look, I just want to put it out there, okay? So I'm just hoping that 2K23 has some better parks, and that is going to be the first thing as of right now on my 2K wish list, because I do have a wish list video coming out soon, by the way, so be on the lookout for that. However, the graphics, obviously the graphics, I mean, what can I talk about the graphics for? Well, number one, the graphics ought to look better, especially on next gen, because next gen, the graphics for this year in comparison to last year on 2K21, they barely look different. I mean, they do have some changed textures here and there, but it still looks like the same game over and over. Like, why copy and paste the same game if you know it looks exactly identical towards the other game? And this is low-key one of the few things I just don't understand. Why would you copy and paste nearly the exact same graphical engine texture to these player models? Why copy the same player models and, graphics in general towards the last game? It don't make sense. 2K22 shouldn't be 2K21.5, but with some additional changes in the mix here and there. It just looks exactly the same as last year. So 2K23 ought to up the graphics point. They ought to up the graphics towards the player models, the parks themselves. They ought to upgrade the entire game in general, because next gen for 2K22 this year, especially with the same park, now that right there is another story. Because now, why would you bother copying not only the same graphics as last year's next gen version, but also copy the same park or city as they would consider it in comparison to the last gen version? I mean, I still don't understand why they would do such a thing like that, because I could have sworn 2K would have learned their lesson by now since 2K20, because you already know when NBA 2K20 first came out, right? They copied nearly the exact same park as they did with last year, which was 2K19 at the time. Because 19 had a brand new park. They had a brand new concept. It was like a brand new park filled with fresh air, right? And 20, out of nowhere, they surprisingly and shockingly decided to say, hey, why not copy the same park and just go on with our day? Like, bro, they copied nearly the exact same park as they did with 19, but they only changed a few locations in the background. But nearly the entire concept, they copied and pasted straight from scratch in 2K20. It's just, I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't understand. Like, bro, 2K20 had the same park as they did with 19, and they had to do it again for this year's version on next gen. They copied nearly the exact same city park on next gen in comparison to last year's version on next gen. 2K is nearly $1 billion company. Don't they have any other idea? Didn't they just create any other concepts to make a new park for each and every installment up until this point, and they have yet to use it, but they want to copy the same thing on the newer consoles version? Like, bro, I don't understand, bro. It's just so unimaginable. I just can't stand it. So therefore, I'm hoping 2K23 has to change something. It has to look like something brand new. Not the exact same graphics, not the exact same park, not the exact same animations. Even the animations have to be different. Let's just pray, fingers crossed, that 2K23 is a different game this time around, because I promise you, if this game is trash, I guarantee you it will guarantee flop. It will be a complete flop if they copy and paste the same thing, even though it shouldn't be. But if they do, I'm done playing 2K. That's all I have to say. So yeah, NBA 2K23, they ought to change a few things. Guys, let me know down below in the comment section, what do you guys think about 2K23 so far? What type of changes are you planning on seeing when it comes out, especially for the graphics and everything? Do you think they're going to copy the same thing as this year or last year or anything like that? Let me know down below in the comment section. Also, hit the like button, okay? Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Turn on post notifications. I appreciate all of the love and support you guys were giving me throughout the last couple of videos. I really appreciate it. And yeah, with that being said, it's been Viral, and I'm signing out. Peace.